What's happening? I'm Iron Man from the music group theLottory, Showtime Records. You know who I am and you know what I does. I represent the Los Angeles Lakers for life. Hence the banner to my side. It is with a heavy heart. It brings me today to talk about the Dallas Mavericks, who faced off with the Phoenix Suns. Dirk Nowitzki made his return to the NBA for his 21st season with one team. That is an NBA record. Congratulations to you. This was a game that I'm sure that they pinpointed to come back because it was against the lowly Phoenix Suns, and they felt like we were going to come back against anybody. Let's come back against them because, what have you got to lose? You can probably win anyway, even if he doesn't play well. They're probably not going to go too hard on it. But there's a guy on the team that I beg you to take a look at this and think honestly with an open mind that he's probably the most important person on the team. I know he's relatively the smallest person on the team. I am talking about J.J. Barea. J.J. Barea did not play in this game today because he rolled his ankle or something like that in the last game. So, they held him out. They're thinking, playing the Phoenix Suns, they're 4-20 or whatever they are, and they're probably not going to win any more games. It's an easy game. We still get this dub. We've been playing pretty well. J.J. Barea averages like 11.5 points a game. And he averages like 5.5 assists a game. Yeah, like 5.5 assists coming off the bench. And like 2.5 rebounds. This guy is really doing the damn thing. And you know what I always say about the 3-to-1 assist to turnover ratio? He's only averaging about 1.7 turnovers. That's less than 3-to-1. That's bravo to you. Not a lot of starters are averaging more than 3-to-1 assists to 1 turnover. That is fantastic. He provides a stability and a steady spark off the bench, which is veteran play. It's contagious. He really gets it done for these guys. And the most important part about it is he's not complaining about minutes, and he's only getting paid like $3 million this year. That is a fantastic, and I mean an outstanding contract. Without him on the floor, it creates a problem. Without that speed and that burst and that veteran presence off the bench, Jalen Brunson had been starting, and then Dennis Smith Jr. came back today. Okay, then you got Dirk Nowitzki coming back today. And then you don't have, like I said, Barea playing today. That was I said in the earlier video, I think it was in the last one, that Rick Carlisle was going to have to prove his worth, his mettle as an elite, head coach in the NBA, because integrating those guys back into the rhythm without screwing up what they've got going on is a difficult move. And I gotta say, he failed today. Yeah, I gotta give him a mark in the no box because he failed on that today. I don't know if they've had prior talks to Dennis Smith Jr. what was going on. I know he did have a wrap around his wrist because that was the injury that he had. But Dennis Smith Jr. came back. He sucked. Dirk Nowitzki only played like 6 minutes, and he took like 2 shots and hit one of them. He can barely move. On the offensive or the defensive end. If you get it to him in the post where he just makes it move. But other than that, I don't know if he's going to be able to gain enough mobility. And even if he does, is he going to be a better fit than Dwight Powell? Kleber, who's been playing pretty well. Those 5 guys off the bench, Finney Smith, Jalen Brunson, and Ivan Prokor, I think that's how you pronounce his name. They've all been playing pretty well off the bench, and now you guys are messing that up. I understand Jalen Brunson. If it was me, I would have had Jalen Brunson continue to start for at least 2 more games. And, to let Dennis Smith Jr. get back into the flow, and then, switch him back, put him back to the bench. And I don't know if I could find minutes for depending on the matchups, for Dirk. I'm sorry. I know he's, legend, Hall of Famer and all that great stuff, but he can't guard anybody, and he can't move on the offensive end either. It's I mean, it's about that time. It's about that time. But I know they're still taking care of him because he took those discounts all those other years. So they're still going to give him those nice little cushy paychecks, until he decides to finally hang it up. But man, everybody on the team was they were terrible. They were terrible. Jalen Brunson, I'm going to give a pass to Jalen Brunson and Luka Doncic because they're rookies. Hey man, I expect that out of them. They had a lot of turnovers. They shot very poorly from the field, and they had a lot of turnovers. Let me see, what's his name? Luka Doncic had like 4 of them, and with him, Dennis Smith Jr. had like 5. It was. And man, DeAndre Jordan, DeAndre Jordan, he is a veteran and he's getting paid like $23 million. No pass for you. He had like 5 turnovers. That is outrageous, unacceptable. No, he had like 14 points, but like 4 to 6 of those points were garbage time points when the game was already out of reach and it was already decided. So I don't really count that nonsense. Same thing with Harrison Barnes. He got like 6 points in garbage time, trying to pad his stats. But him and man, oh my God, man. One of my good subscribers, his name is Size. Man, shout outs to you, man. He said that Harrison Barnes is trash. I don't want to go that far. I don't want to go that far to say he is trash. But man, is he? That's all. He's a one-trick pony. He scores pretty efficiently most of the time, and that's it. I mean, like 3 rebounds is his limit. 1 assist, no assist. It could be this. It could be either way, anytime. And like no steals, no blocks. He doesn't provide anything else for that. If he was getting paid, like I said, by $8 million, 9, maybe even up to 10, I could justify his production. But at $24 million, whatever he's getting, I can't do it. Won't do it. He is severely overpaid, and he's got a player option for next year for like $25 million. I'm sure, I'm 100% sure he is going to opt into that because he ain't getting that money nowhere else. So he's going to opt into that, and I don't know if they're going to try to trade him or who knows. They'll just wait him out and let him go ahead and finish out his contract and just move on after that. But man, he can't like drive by people for the most part. And his defense is lackluster. I mean, he's just good with pull-up jumpers, and he's been coming off of screens and hitting some threes. But man, he's not providing anything else. Nothing. It is a huge problem for the Dallas Mavericks. But going forward, they really need to decide what they're going to do with Dennis Smith Jr. I was thinking they would probably look to trade him, but they're not going to get equal value for him because he's on such a low contract. I mean, might as well keep him and play it out. You never know. One of those guys, him or Jalen Brunson, might get injured. But what are they going to do with JJ Barea? I mean, he's such an important part. But you need to get Jalen Brunson cemented coming off that bench. Dennis Smith Jr. cemented in the starting lineup. I mean, there's not going to be that many minutes left for JJ Barea. Then you got Devin Harris. I mean, he's actually having a really good year as well. But I mean, he's only making like $1.5 million. So I mean, hey, no problem having him on the roster. But other than that, man, most everybody played very, very poorly. They just could not shoot. Not only that, I'm just going to give it up to the Phoenix Suns real quick. They've only won a few games, so I'm not going to harp on them for very long. But most of the guys off the bench, they got buckets and they got points, but they also shot very poorly. Okay, the people in the starting lineup, they shot poorly, except for like T.J. Warren Jr. This guy, he lit them boys up. I mean, he came in like from the get-go, from the jump. He did that post-up spin move on Luka Doncic, and it was like a wrap. He was knocking down jumper. He was on the break. I mean, Josh Jackson, the heralded rookie from Kansas. This guy, well, he's not a rookie anymore. He's the second year. But man, he's actually knocking down jumpers and threes now. Like he didn't fix his shot, his form. I mean, everybody was just on point, except for DeAndre Ayton. He looks like he's a little bit immature, not like in a bad way. He's not ready to be playing with mature adults right now. It's like, because he doesn't have his basketball IQ, his awareness isn't there yet. He doesn't realize he should be dominating, in every sense in time. But I don't think he's like Luka. He ain't been playing, professional ball with grown-ups, since he was, 14, 15, 16 years old when he actually turned professional. So, but he's got a couple of years to go back. They didn't have Devin Booker, so, things should be looking up. And this guy, Trevor Ariza, I don't think he had any turnovers whatsoever. He was knocking down. He shot like over 50%. And he had like some steals and some blocks, rebounds. Man, he did it all. He did everything that you could ask of this guy. He was just on point, except get the ball down. Towards the end of the game, the ball got stuck at the top of the goal in the stanchion, and he took a towel and tried to knock it down. That was outrageous. He did that, threw it up there, then that got stuck up at the top. So then DeAndre Jordan had to go over there. He took a ball, showed good form, knocked the ball down, and then just jumped up and grabbed the towel that was now stuck up there. But other than that, he could do no wrong. Trevor Ariza, like he was auditioning for the rest of the league. He's like, this is why y'all boys want to get me. Y'all need me on that roster, and y'all need me right now. Please trade for me and get me out of this hellhole. Okay, even though it shouldn't be that bad since they're getting $15 million for 1 year. You should be pretty damn happy about that. Okay, now back to these Dallas Mavericks. They just were not good. They were not good. They were not good at all. But listen, the Dallas Mavericks, they were just giving the damn ball away. They had like 20. It was the opposite of last game. I think the other team had like 21 turnovers and they only had 14. And they won by 7. It was a 7 turnover difference. In this game, there was a 10 turnover difference. And they lost the game 99-89. They had like 23 turnovers and I think the Phoenix Suns had like 13. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Leave that down in the comment section. But I know there was a 10 turnover difference and there was a 10-point difference in the final score. That was the problem. That was the difference. Not only that, nobody on the team could throw the ball. They couldn't throw the ball in the ocean, from off a boat, man. They had the brick fest going. They were building homes down there in Phoenix. It was outrageous. I think they went like 6 or 33 or some outrageous number. I can understand missing shots, but dadgummit, Rick Carlisle, you're supposed to be a better coach than that. You really failed today, man. After you missed like 10, 15, 20 of them in the first half, and you just keep on shooting, just keep gunning, just keep gunning. Hope they start going in. You got to be able to do something different. You got to have some alternatives. You got to have some options. They shot like 15%. I don't think I need to say no more. I don't need to say no more. They shot 15%. That's one of the reasons why they lost, and they were giving the damn ball away. When they weren't giving the damn ball away, they were bricking from long range and not doing anything else, especially not stopping TJ Warren or Trevor Ariza. Okay, but the good thing about this, guys, is that they have 2 days off. Why is it important that they have 2 days off? Because they need to reintegrate Dennis Smith Jr. and Dirk Nowitzki back into the offense. Hopefully they can get J.J. Barea back healthy so they won't have any more performances like this.
With the sensational play of Luka Doncic, a lot of folks are saying he should have went number 1 in the draft instead of DeAndre Ayton. He's come with a step back and knockdown. That was unfortunately the worst thing because he didn't make another 3 for the rest of the night. Dirk making this long-awaited return from ankle surgery during the offseason, patting it off the backboard shot. Josh Jackson with the monster throwdown, way to run the lane. He was like the number 4 or number 5 overall pick last year to the Phoenix Suns. Luka Doncic says, I'm not concerned about DeAndre Ayton. That was a nice move by DeAndre Ayton, but it was a travel because he hopped off of the 1 foot on the spin move, but they didn't call it, so I guess he got away with it. Oh, look at this at the end of the quarter. Knockdown. Oh my God, the Mavericks fell asleep. Mikal Bridges, who has been playing very well of late. Y'all got to do something. You got to contest that. Oh my God. Dennis Smith Jr. says, ain't nothing wrong with my wrist. throw it down. Unfortunately, he got the tech right after that, but Luka Doncic says I can throw it down too. Who says I'm unathletic? Oh, what the stop and pop and one. That was terrible defense. Never foul a jump shooter. Oh my God. Oh, the ageless wonder. Jmvol Crawford with the shake and bake, and I helped. Oh, nice move to the hole. Oh, barbecue chicken. He's just, oh, Dwight Powell, oh, why are you going for the ball? Why are you going for the steal? He's just too big down there. Harrison Barnes, this guy, he traveled on that move because he picked up his pivot foot, but the Mavs will take it. They're actually close right now until the dagger. He's known as a slasher, and his shot was off, but Josh Jackson put the nail in the coffin.
Luka Doncic, other than that, I mean, he had some pretty good stats. I think he had like 13 points and like 6 rebounds, 5 assists, or something around those lines. I mean, he did some things. I mean, he was there, he was contributing, but he had like 4 or 5 turnovers, and he has absolutely got to find a way to get those numbers down. I mean, I know it's his rookie year, and man, you got to get those down. I know he's exciting, he's awesome, he's fantastic, and I'm not mad at him, but a little bit lower. I mean, about three for your first year in the league. You know, that would be so much better. You know, you got to stop giving the damn ball away. But I will continue to give away these awesome videos free of charge as long as you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you're alerted every time there's a brand new video. Next time the Mavs play is on Sunday against the Sacramento Kings. Man, from the music group theLottory, Showtime Records, holla.